Hey, Brian with Awsumb Tech here. Welcome to my MSP Cribs. Just started the company about 5-6 years ago. Realized I needed an office space, but being a one-man solo operation and doing the automation I do, I didn't want my own building, so I found this incredible co-location. We work with a mainly tech industry, so we have digital creators, we have programmers, we have advertisers. Anything to do in the tech space is kind of what we do here. And then if you come into here, this is kind of the larger area where I set up my office, just because I like to have, some kind of action going on. If I'm coming to the office, I want to feel like an office, not just a different place from at home. So business kicked off in 2017. Main clients right now are legal, CPA, and finance. They're always bringing me new challenges. And since they deal with a variety of different clientele and people, I get to always have a different day at work. And that was the main drive behind starting my own business. So when I started my own company, I said I need to find other entrepreneurs and other business owners like myself, so that way I can help them be the best version of themselves using technology. We're not just a technology company. We really come in and look at how you operate as a business. So that way, worst case scenario, no matter the question, you give us a call, we can find the solution. We find a way to make it work in your industry and your way of making money. Tell us your process, we secure you around that. We're not here to make your lives easier. We're here to make it as easy as possible for you to continue making money in the safest way you can. Before this, I had a plethora of jobs. Technology was always a passion of mine, but it never was something that I wanted to pursue because of the whole corporate environment. So I dabbled in door-to-door sales and then went into banking. Prior to that, I was in the military, and that's right out of high school, military, what do next? And that's where I did all the job hopping, but it really showed me how each industry is. They may seem different on the outside, but people are people. We really help the John Smiths of the world become their company, not the other way around. We want to encourage them to keep getting the clients that they're getting, helping the clients that they're helping, and making them make as much money as they possibly can. Once I realized just talking to people, getting to find out who they really are, I wasn't selling them a solution. I was just saying, oh my gosh, I can help you do that. So I wasn't actually selling anything. I was just saying, oh, I can help. How can I help you? Day in the life that's a difficult one because most days are wildly different, hence why I love what I do. Usually I wake up and immediately am bombarded with questions, emails, alerts, things that are happening. I know from most of my colleagues and friends that have the same issue. It causes instant panic. For me, it's kind of like that warm blanket of like, yes, I have something to do today. It gives me purpose when I wake up. So I just let that wash over me, and then I prioritize. From there, I work on how do I make this a positive instead of a negative. Some of the best days in the life is when I wake up and I get an email from a client. Hey, we just caught this, spam email that came through because of the way you were teaching us. I figured it out. I didn't click on it. I just wanted to let you know. That sense of pride that they're feeling. That's really what I strive to get out of them. And I spend my afternoons working on how to foresee problems, take in new technologies, figure out how we can apply that in today's world, so that way we're not running behind the curve. And then for the last hour or two, I usually focus on any type of new education I can give. How can I better explain this new technology? What are the questions that people are coming, like they don't understand, or it's confusing, or I'm getting a lot of, well, with this new update, I can't click this button, and how come it used to be this way? So that allows me to educate and properly show that technology isn't bad. It's just like everything else, changes. That's pretty much my day, Monday through Monday. I wish I got weekends, wish I got nights, but that's why I do what I do, is because I'm a 24/7 kind of guy. I have a business coach who constantly pushes me to go out and do more, be better. My business coach is there basically getting that foundation. So when I because I'm growing my business as my clients are growing their business. And then just the MSP community it's a welcoming and inviting realm. So I do have nationwide contacts from, Fortune 100 MSPs down to the guy who just started yesterday. And then every Friday I have a group of 2 or 3 that we talk to for maybe 2 to 3 hours of, hey man, this is just what's been going on in my world. How do I get it out? It's that let go, that get out. We don't hold on to it. We just no shame, no judgment. Everyone's there to help. And we complement each other so well that it really takes that loneliness out of there, because I don't feel that anymore now that I have these groups and the business coach. Like I tell my clients, hire somebody who's very good at what you're not. The business coach told me in very plain terms, I am terrible at these things. She told me that, and I said, okay, I'll find someone to do that. I'll find someone to do that. And that's been the greatest benefit for seeing my business grow, as I'm no longer sweating the small stuff. I'm no longer trying to figure out how to do things, trying to teach myself stuff that I'm never going to comprehend. I let the experts do that. And then I tell them, hey, that works for me. Or I don't understand that. Show me that. If it works, cool. If not, let's figure it out. If I had to start again, I would immediately broaden my networking and advertising. I stayed very local and very specific. It just was my comfort zone, so I stayed in it. Super lucky, and referrals grew my business. And when I needed to branch out and start sales and start marketing, I was woefully uneducated. So I would start that a lot sooner, and maintaining the low overhead of my shop, not hiring too fast, not hiring for, internal when I could easily externally hire that. And automation, that's the one thing that's really helped me maintain my size as I grow, is able to automate customer complaints, automate documentation, automate onboarding, any of the tedious technical tasks. So that way, when it does become time to hire, the automation can't keep up, the process is in place. They just have to fit into the well-oiled machine. The lesson I learned is getting the external stuff sooner. I was under the impression I could automate my entire business. I could automate marketing, I could automate cold call. You can't, those are people jobs. So realizing what can and can't be automated was the lesson that took me the longest to learn. Now that I know what I can and can't automate, whenever I run into a problem, I go, oh, who can solve this for me? Let me go find them. Just want to say thanks again for joining me for MSP Cribs.